right, everyone, welcome back. My name is Pritesh here with Kaizen Crypto, bringing you another video. So lots of interest in the crypto space around NFTs. So let's say if you're an artist, maybe if you're a graphic designer, even musicians. Let's say if you have a specific talent and you want to get involved with NFTs, but maybe you don't have a whole lot of technical experience. So here today to talk about that, joining us is Patrick Tobler. He is the stake pool operator of BABEL Stakepool, as well as the creator of the NFT Maker platform. So Patrick, thanks so much for joining us today, man. How are you doing?
Thanks so much for having me. It's really an honor. I always watch your YouTube videos, and you're actually so good at making these intros. I'm really impressed right now. Yeah, I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, man, doing great. I'm really excited to get a chance to talk with you. When I saw your platform, Patrick, I was like, wow, this is really cool. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. Maybe if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself to get started.
Yeah, so I'm Patrick. I'm 23 years old. I come from Stuttgart in Germany, so the southern part of Germany, as you can probably hear, right? So, and yeah, I've been in the Cardano space since 2017, actually, but I've always been like one of these silent observers, and I didn't really participate in anything. But then, like last year, I got a lot more engaged into the whole project, and I watched like all the AMAs from Charles and stuff like that. So I was getting super deep into it, and then I decided to start my own stake pool, the pool of Babel, and that was pretty much the first step into the whole space. But of course, I'm not a system administrator or anything like that. I'm more of a computer science guy. I like programming, so I always wanted to build actual projects on top of Cardano. And then once the whole NFT stuff hit, like once Spacebuds came out and all that, I got really anxious and I really wanted to build something cool on Cardano. And then I just started with the NFT Maker, and I basically built it in like 1 to 2 weeks, and it blew up overnight. Yeah, and now we're here, and yeah, now I'm focusing on extending that project and building a bigger platform out of it. And I'm really excited for that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, it sounds like, just I hear that story a lot, right? You hear the Charles Hoskinson whiteboard video and the AMA, all that kind of content kind of takes you down the rabbit hole. So it sounds like the stake pool was like your introduction into it, considering your background. You're into programming and computer science. So it's interesting, you got the stake pool. I guess, would you say that's kind of like the foundation for what you're doing with Cardano, and then, planning to use that to build your business with NFT Maker?
Yeah, I mean, the stake pool was pretty much only a test for me. I didn't expect to make any money or anything out of it. And suddenly it worked out really well. I don't know how, honestly. But yeah, I think running a stake pool is really cool from an educational perspective, because you directly have to learn how to build transactions in Cardano and how the UTXO model works and all that stuff. And then it's an easy introduction into the whole concept. And then once you have that, you can build on top of that, and then expand your knowledge with Plutus and all the other stuff that's coming out for Cardano. So yeah, it's just a great starting point, and it's now at a point where it's actually funding my life, so I can really focus on what I want to achieve and do with Cardano, using the stake pool, right?
That's awesome. That's really cool. So what was the inspiration behind NFT Maker?
Honestly, mostly the Spacebuds project. I bought a Spacebud, and I was so impressed by the whole project. It was so smooth and clean, and I followed Alessandro from Barry, the founder of Spacebuds, on Twitter, and I always watched his progress. And then suddenly he dropped this bomb, and everything just exploded, and it basically started the whole NFT scene. And I was so like I was very happy for him and for Cardano, of course, but I was also a little bit jealous because he's also from southern Germany, and he's also a student. We're the same age, and everything is so closely correlated that I thought, okay, now you have to do something. if he can do it, I can do it too. So
Yes, yes, I love that. That's fantastic. I love that because it's like a friendly competition almost. You both want to support each other. You both, appreciate each other's work, but then in the end, it's always trying to push and be better. So I love
absolutely.
that. I love that. That's fantastic. And I did get a chance to check out the platform, NFT Maker, for people who are interested in NFTs, but let's say they don't have the technical experience, right? They want a user interface where they can pretty much just click a button and upload their file, and then all of a sudden out pops an NFT. So I really like how well you've thought about that process from a user standpoint, because I went through that, and it was very straightforward. I feel like the process of minting your own NFT is pretty seamless with what you've built. And one thing I'm looking forward to is more of those user interface additions that you build on top of it, right? Making it so that there's a marketplace, because you do have a gallery right now, which is really nice to see all those cool NFTs, but different type of smart contract functionalities built into the platform. I think that's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean, honestly, the whole platform is not very scalable at the moment. The whole like programming stuff in the background is pretty basic. So I'm currently like writing everything from scratch and like new from scratch, and we're completely redesigning the whole page and making it look a lot better. Right, I'm not doing it alone. I have my designer by my side. Fahim is his name, and so we truly want to push it to the next level. We want to be one of the first like marketplaces on Cardano, and I think speed is of course our biggest strength. So I'm also part of the Plutus Pioneer program. So I'm trying to build the web platform, then build smart contracts, and then hopefully launch the version 2 or the relaunch or whatever you want to name it, right after smart contracts hit the mainnet. That's the goal at least, and then hopefully build on top of that and have like really cool stuff like user profiles and collections and like, I don't know, artist spotlights, and there's so much potential, and other media formats, of course. I really like the idea of having ebooks on the platform, or music and video and all that stuff.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, one thing as far as getting you to that point, I know before we had started our conversation, you had mentioned Catalyst. So I'm sure that must be keeping you very busy. Can you tell us a little bit about your Catalyst proposal?
Yeah, so I actually posted this Catalyst proposal where I made a very rough plan for the website and where we want to go with all the things that I just told you about, with the social features and the marketplace and the decentralized marketplace using Plutus, right? And we're looking for, I think, $40,000 of funding just to push us to the next level. Basically, we're still working on it, right? I'm working on it every day currently, but of course, it's very difficult to keep this up for like multiple months after the platform has launched, and then Catalyst is a very good starting point for getting us basically off the ground, and then hopefully one day we can fund ourselves and
Yeah.
build like one of the bigger NFT marketplaces on Cardano. That's my personal goal, of course.
Okay. Okay. Very interesting. As far as what's going to become available after we do see smart contracts, it would be nice to have as many marketplaces really for these NFTs as possible. I think, coming at it from an end user standpoint, having more options and, competition in that regard is going to be something that in the end gives the best user experience possible. So we're hoping for the best for you, Patrick, with that Project Catalyst proposal. I will be sure to include all those links down in the description. So if anybody does want to support, make sure you drop a kudos for the NFT Maker proposal. Now, I guess just going a little bit more broad with it. So with NFTs, I guess, just sharing some of your thoughts, because I know both of us took a pretty keen interest in the space buds. I think that Alessandro really did something amazing there. I think he almost set a standard of these NFTs on Cardano. Now, do you have any plan for your own line of NFTs in addition to NFT Maker, or is it just the platform?
At the moment, it's just a platform. I'm not really an artist, so I don't really, I can't really design anything and then upload it or something like that. But definitely, I think Alessandro's work is absolutely amazing. And suddenly we somehow we found together, and we just had a call on Monday for like 5 hours or so where we spoke about our future projects and stuff like that. So we're in close contact, and I really like what he's doing with the whole space buds thing. But yeah, I don't think I will be dropping any art or anything like that. That's just not my cup of tea, to be honest.
Sure, that's fair. That's fair. We're big fans of artwork here on the channel, right? I got
Yeah, I
the
saw that.
posters in the back. I'm really interested in all the cool things with NFTs. So, well, that's cool, Patrick. That's really interesting. So how is the entire Plutus Pioneer program going so far? I know that you said that you're starting with that. Just to kind of go briefly off topic, just just to see what that's like for you. Could you tell us a little bit about that format for how the lessons are structured, and if you feel like this is something that's going to benefit you moving closer towards Goguen and being able to write these smart contracts?
Yeah, I think it's definitely extremely helpful. I'm gonna be honest, I was super busy, so I didn't complete all the lessons yet. I basically only watched a little bit of the videos, and then mostly didn't do the homework. But that's on my plan for tomorrow and the day after. But from what I've seen, it's absolutely amazing. I think Lars, the guy who's running the whole tutorial series, basically, or the Pioneer program, is doing an amazing job, and he always explains it like very thoroughly. And he's German himself, and he's like this very structured person, and I can really admire that. I think it's one of the best programming lessons I've ever seen, to be honest.
Very cool. Very cool. So I know you said that you're a student right now. I guess with all the things going on with Cardano, do you feel like after school, of course, I mean, I'm not sure if you've thought about it, but do you feel like Cardano is something that you would be willing to pursue full time? Do you feel like after school, this is something as far as a career path that you're looking at?
Hopefully, honestly, I mean, if the NFT Maker thing works out, then that would be what I will be doing for the next few years. Hopefully, that would be awesome. But there's also there's so many amazing ideas in this whole space. I was thinking about like a decentralized insurance thing before building the whole NFT Maker thing, and that was set back a little bit because of the recent success of the NFT Maker platform, and now I want to focus on that first. But there are just so many opportunities, right? And actually, I'm writing my bachelor thesis right now about Cardano as well, or at least about a decentralized application on Cardano. So like everything I do right now is just Cardano, 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 and then in Germany we also have like a pretty big lockdown, so I barely get to go outside and meet other people. So yeah, I can focus full time on it, which is amazing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I can relate to that. Cardano, Cardano, Cardano. It's almost like a lifestyle at this point.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
well, very awesome. So, Patrick, it's been great to get a chance to learn more about NFT Maker. For anybody who's interested in learning more about your platform and I guess what you're trying to do with your stake pool and your Catalyst proposal, where should they go to learn more?
I mean, the first thing they could look at is, of course, the platform itself. So nft-maker.io. And then, of course, the second big thing is the project Catalyst proposal, which you will probably link in the description or something. I think there we have a very, detailed plan for what the future holds for that project. And then, my Twitter profile, I basically tweet all the time about everything that's happening in my life. So just go there to follow it more closely. Yeah, I think that's the 3 platforms, right?
Very cool. Very cool. Well, yes, I will be sure to leave that link down in the description below. Also, would be very cool. I know that members in the community might really benefit from some type of demo or tutorial. So if that's cool with you, we got it here on camera. Would it be all right to go ahead and make a tutorial for the community?
Sure, absolutely.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know. I looked at the platform and I thought, this would be perfect just to show everybody the process. So guys, look forward to that. Patrick, thank you so much for joining us today, man. I really did enjoy this conversation. Just a quick conversation, just to get a chance to introduce yourself, talk a bit about your platform. Really excited for everything that's coming up for you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Honestly, really, it was an honor, and yeah, my pleasure.
Thanks so much, Patrick. Hope to talk to you again soon. Take care, man.